Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Lee with BK Forex. We are in the final month of the trading year, and 2022 has been a good one. While most equity, commodity, and crypto traders lost money, our BK members made more than 3,950 pips from the beginning of January to the end of November. And that's just trading ZIP alone. That's almost 40% cash and cash with no leverage. My trading partner Boris has also been crushing it with our futures and indices trades, making 33% cash and cash trading Dow and NASDAQ in our live trading room. Here's an example of one of my favorite trades this past week, Eurocad. In this chart, you'll see a number of arrows pointing to ZIP buy signals. We get a buy signal when the background is green and the currency crosses above the indicator line, turning the candle white. The arrow pointing to first buy signal was actually outside of the times we trade the strategy. It happened at 3 p.m. New York time when Europe was gone and New York is winding down its day. The second signal happened right before the Asia Open. When it was time for us to trade, it was still a valid signal. I went long because I love double, triple ZIP buy signals. The rally was very small, but with our tight risk management, I still woke up to target hit on this trade. But the big move was in the New York session. By the start of the early New York Open, 6 a.m. New York, we'd already had 5 ZIP buy signals forming with a 6 in the process. This was a strong buy signal. Combine that with oil prices remaining depressed and ECB President Lagarde talking about inflation getting stronger, which is positive for the euro, we had to take this trade. I can't emphasize how important timing is. We trade when momentum is the strongest, and if we are right, the trades move quickly and sometimes strongly, like you see in this Eurocad chart. Past performance is not indicative of future results, but this table here shows the consistency of ZIP performance. Steady gains month after month with only one losing month in March of 60 pips. Now, just because I'm winning every month doesn't mean I don't have losers. Losing is part of the game. In fact, this past week, I lost 132 pips. I did everything right, but month-end flows prevented my trade from gaining traction. That's just the cost of doing business. Losing money in the beginning of the week, however, did not stop me from continuing to trade for one reason and one reason alone. Having traded for more than 2 decades, I know that the most important part of trading is to focus on the probabilities and the strategy. Everything else will take care of itself. I've traded ZIP for years. I understand my strategy inside and out, and I trust it. There are 3 steps to making consistent, steady trades: technicals, fundamentals, and market sentiment. Having a reliable, good trading strategy is the first step. For our BK community, that's ZIP and bounce. I use ZIP to trade every day. Boris uses bounce to trade futures and indices. Aside from this clear ZIP sell signal in dollar-yen, you can see that dollar-yen remained in the sell zone for most of last week, red background below the indicator line. When we see this, it tells us that we should only be looking for opportunities to sell dollar-yen. The second step is fundamentals, which is the hardest part for most people to wrap their heads around. But quite honestly, fundamentals do not change often. Economies are either worsening or improving, with central banks stepping up or slowing interest rate changes. Or they're doing nothing in some cases. This past week, for example, the big story was Fed Chairman Powell's confirmation that they will end 2022 with a 50 basis point rate hike, a big step down from 4 consecutive 75 basis point rate hikes from June to November. The US dollar sold off across the board, driving dollar-yen to its weakest level since August, and Eurodollar soaring to its 5-month highs. It was a major confirmation that could have weeks of continuation, even with the stronger non-farm payrolls report, into the December 13-14 FOMC meeting. It's not too hard to get a handle on fundamentals. Just bring up CNBC.com or Bloomberg.com, and the big stories are usually front page. I'd also recommend following @Forex Live on Twitter or visiting their website, as they cover all the news that you need to know on a more granular basis about trading Forex. BK members have access to my fundamental heat map, where I tell them whether I'm bullish or bearish for the week ahead. The last step is market sentiment. In many ways, that's the easiest. Here's a trick. In this expanded 1-hour dollar-yen chart, I've laid on the 10-year US yield, which is the orange line, and you can see the dollar yen basically follows yields. When yields are rising, you should be looking to buy dollars. When yields are falling, you should be looking to sell dollars. There are a number of places to track yields at no cost. I recommend TradingView.com charting package, which has a free version. US10Y is the instrument code, or CNBC.com, MarketWatch.com. Sites like those always have a ticker on their homepage. When you have fundamentals, technicals, and market sentiment in line, you get beautiful trades like this Eurodollar zip buy variation. The currency pair crosses above the indicator line one candle before the background changes color, so we don't get the white candle, but it's still a valid trade because it is a variation that we trade. We don't take the first signal because it happens outside the trading time. I went long Eurodollar at the Asia Open, where I highlight on the chart. This was after Powell confirmed that they'd be looking to raise interest rates by 50 basis points at their next meeting. And in this chart, I added 10-year bond prices, which is the inverse of yields. And you can see how strong this relationship is. The combination of the strong relationship, fundamentals, and technicals turn this into a beautiful Eurodollar trade. We'll be trading throughout the month of December. So if you want to learn how to trade zip, bounce, join our BK Forex trading community. There's a very special discount code in the description of this video. You can also follow me on Twitter. My handle is @KathyLeanFX, though I would join my free Discord community as well because you have no idea what Elon Musk will end up doing with Twitter. And that's bkforex.com/Discord. We've got lots of great trading tips there as well. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you on the other side.